Server is on. I will try to explain you. So first, see this you know, right? So user session we have correlated. After that, so yeah. Uh, so then now what we are trying? So while we are trying to book a flight, so we have to look from a different source and different destination cities every time. So if you replay the scripts every time, it has to book a different source and different destination. That is our aim. So for that, what we have done? So we have correlated the departure city and arrival city. We have correlated the departure city and arrival city. So what this function will do generally means if there is no ordinal is equal to all. In case if there is no ordinal is equal to all, by default, by default, it considers the first occurrence. Considers the first occurrence. If you have not provided any ordinal is equal to all, by default it is considered as a 1. So it considers the first occurrence and pass that value here. Okay. So what we are doing, we have a left and right boundaries. This is the left and right boundaries for the city. Okay. So this is the left and right boundary. This is a city. This is a city. It was replaced here. It will be here also it will be London. Okay. This is what actually. So what we are trying to do here is, so if you do correlation like this, leverage say param c underscore departure city and left boundary is this one option value and the right boundary is this one. If you no actually this is not the one. No, this is the actual one. Okay. Okay. So option value is the left boundary. This is the left boundary, and this is the right boundary. This is only you have to take. You should not consider this as a left boundary, right? Right boundary because this there is a dynamic value. Dynamic you should not include a dynamic value with the boundaries. Okay. So what we are doing here, if you write like this, what it will do, it will by default capture this London and it will pass the first occurrence. So now our aim is every time if you book a flight, you should not book from the London only. Every time if you try to book a flight, it has to select the random city. From the list of occurrences, it has to select the random city. So for that, first we have to capture all the occurrences. Then only we have to select the random number, right? First of all, we have to capture all the cities. Then only we can pass any city randomly. So for that, what we are doing means you have to add a comma ORD is equal to all. If you use ORD is equal to all, what this function will do means it captures all the occurrences. It captures all the occurrences and it will store in this string. It will store in this LR parameter in the form of an array. In the form of an array. Got it? The first city is London, comma second city is Paris, comma third city is Denver, and the fourth city, fifth city, sixth city, 7, 8, 9, total 10 cities are there, right? Likewise, it will likewise it will store all the cities in this LR parameter as a string. This is an array. This is an array. Okay. Now, out of all these values, we have to select any one value. Correct? We have to select any one value, and we have to pass this value here. in the request, booking request, reservation request. We have to pass that value. For that, what we are doing, we are using this function. Okay, we are using this function LR random array, LR parameter, LR param array random function. Using this function, from this string, we are randomly selecting one value. We are randomly selecting one value, and you are storing it in a character. You are storing that value in a string. So for that, you can declare like this. So a is equal to LR param array random function. You out of from this LR parameter, you are capturing one value, randomly selecting one value, and you are storing it in a. For that, you have to declare here. So a is an character type, char star a. So you are declaring a as a character. So char type. Okay. So now one city out of these 10 cities, one. Now what is the value in a? Let us assume the value in a is Paris. So Paris is stored in a. Now what you have to do? You have to pass this Paris in the. You have to pass this Paris value in the flight booking reservation request. You have to pass the Paris value. So before passing the Paris value, here what is Paris? It is stored in A. It is a string. It is a char type character. So again you have to convert this string to LR parameter. LR parameter. So for that you have to use the function called LR save string. Okay. LR save string. The value in A. Copy the value in A. Copy the value in A to an LR parameter C underscore depart underscore new. Okay, it will save the whatever the value in A. A is a string. LR save string converts the string to LR parameter. String to LR parameter. So now this is a new LR parameter. C depart new. Now you copy this and you are going to pass in this here. C underscore depart new. Okay, you got it. Similarly, see what I am doing here is, instead of declaring a new variable and again instead of splitting into two different strings, here in one single line we are doing this. We are achieving the same functionality. So we are randomly selecting one city from the list of departure cities. From the list of departure cities, we are randomly selecting one city, and that randomly selected city string you are converting to LR parameter using LR save string, and the new LR parameter is C underscore depart new, and the C underscore depart new is you are passing here. You are passing. Now, if you try to replay the script, if you go back and if you check the itinerary, see, the first ticket is booked from London to Paris, and the second ticket is booked from Zurich to Los Angeles. Okay, this is how you can randomly select, pass a random value to the LR parameter. Any doubts here? Still any doubts? You got it right? You got it? Any doubts, please? Yeah. So see when and one question we got right. So when we have to use which function we have to use? Yeah, we first of all we have to come across the requirement. What is our requirement here? So I have to select the list of cities using this all. If you place order is equal to all, it will copy all the list of cities, list of occurrences into this parameter, and it stores it in the form of a string. This is the string. Where is the string? Yeah, this one. Here it will store like this. Okay, and using this function LR param array random function, we are selecting one city, and that city now is stored in this A. Okay, It selects Paris. For example, it selects Paris. Now the value in A is Paris. Now this value in A is a string. Again, you have to, if you want to pass this value into a request, if you want to pass a string to a request, request will only considers the LR parameters because this is an LR request. It considers only the LR parameters. So again, you have to convert the string, the value in A to the LR parameter using LR save string function. Using LR save string function. You got it? Okay. Uh, so for example, I told you, right? So how to handle C functions, strings like that. So we will take this here. So for example, A is equal to F is equal to 2. So you are declaring F as a 2 in the sense integer. You are declaring F as an integer. So if you are declaring F as an integer, what you have to do is first you have to go to global variables and declare here. Here you have to first declare. What is the F? F is an integer. So int F integer. Then you can use it F as an integer. If F is equal to integer or underscore output message. If you want any help, simply use F1. It will automatically take you. And yeah, log message. Go to LR examples. Okay. Small examples. Example LR output message. Yeah. Message functions. Somewhat we have seen. Output message. Okay, fine. Okay. For example, the requirement is if F is equal to somewhere we got some value, we will get a value. If that value is equal to 2, I have to print a message. I have to print message. If this value F is not equal to 2, if F is not equal to 2, I have to print another message. So how to write functions? How to write a function to print? First of all, how to check whether the value F is equal to 2 or not. So how to check whether the value is given, whether the given number or whether the function value is 2 or not. Yes. Yes, string comparison. You have to use the string comparison. So for that, I am no need to type anything. So there are strcmp you can use, and you can take the help of, and you can copy this. I told you, right? Okay. The string compare example string compare. See, you can take this like this. You go to, yeah. See how to compare string compare. First string, second string. If result is greater than 0, string copy greater than equal to 0. I am getting any outcome. Okay. Okay, fine. Hmm. Yeah, okay. If you see, I declared my variable as 2. I declared my variable is a string character. So I declared here, if you see, my variable char type char star temp comma my variable. So my variable is a char type function. So if you see calling function, if my variable is equal to 2, the value I am passing in my variable is 2. If my variable is equal to 0, it calls the action 2. If my variable is equal to 1, it will call the action 3. If my variable is equal to 2, it will call the user init. So this is how you can call a call an action. Like this, you can call an action. Actually, what is the action? I told you, right? What is action? This one, this is an action 1, action 2, action 3, action 1. Likewise, we can create multiple actions. My requirement is based on the value. Based on the value, I have to call a different action. I should not execute the current script. I should not execute the current script. If this my variable is equal to 0, it will call action 1. If my variable is equal to 2, it will call action 2. So likewise, depending on the value, it will call the action. Okay, for example, now my variable value is equal to 2. It will, what it will do, it will execute the vuser init. Let's check how it will execute vuser init. It will run step by step, means it will come from, okay, runtime settings. So see, here I have multiple actions, right? Here I have multiple actions, vuser init action 1, action 2. So if you want to execute this one in first, right click, move up, right click, move up. So this will execute first time, calling action. This action will execute, next this action will execute, next this action, like this it will execute. So not in this order. See, this order is different. In runtime settings, this order is different. So vusion execute the actions in this order, okay. So now close it. If you step by step replay, first it will execute, by default it will execute vuser net. We can't do anything with it. Okay, okay, okay. Now if you want to check what is the value in my variable, what is the value, see, by observing 2, you know the value in my variable is 2, but in sometimes while you are executing the script, you don't know the value which is present in a variable. Okay, if you want to check what is the value present in the variable, you have this watch. Go to watch, click add, type variable my variable. If you click OK, my variable, see, 2, 2 is there in my variable. So if the value in my variable is 2, which action it has to execute? Which action it has to execute? It should not execute action 2. It should not execute action 3. It should execute vuser init. You see, if I click on next step, it is not executing action 2. Directly it went to here. It is not executing action 3. Directly it went to here. Yes. Now if you see, vuser init is executing. Now it will go to vuser init and it execute the script and then return. That's all. Got it? This is an example, because so if you want to check a function, see, if for example, if the day is Sunday, you have to book a flight from one source to destination. If the day is Monday, you have to book a flight from one source to other destination. So likewise, depending on the value of day, your source and destination is changing. So in that situations, like this, you have to try. Okay, now I will do action is equal to 1. Now the value in my variable is equal to 1. So now what happens if you step by step replay? Okay, go to watch. Now check what is the value in my variable. It is currently it is 0. Now the value in my variable is 1. Likewise, you can check the variables in the script. If you want to check what are the variables in the script, likewise you can check. Now replay. Now go to, so it will, now it is calling action 3. It will call action 3 and it goes to the action 3. If you see, it will go to the action 3 and and it will execute whatever the script present in action 3. Whatever the script present in action 3. Okay, is it clear? So yeah, so like this. So depending on your situation, you have to do scripting. So depending on your situation, so which action you want to, if you want to call an action, this is how you can call an action. Simply action 2, action 3. So if you want to call action 1, like this, simply action 1, it will call simply action 1. The action 1 means this is script. It will call this action, and whatever the script present in this action, it will simply execute. It will simply execute. Okay. Then system. Okay, so like this, for example, if you want to check here also, go to step by step. Somewhere there is an error. Set max param HTML. Okay. So we have written something in the views and right. So, edit. Add watch. So okay, done this. See, if I execute this step, what it will do? It will capture all the occurrences. See, it will capture all the occurrences. Now I want to check what is the value in A. Okay, I already added. If I run this, if you see here carefully, so C underscore arrive, C underscore arrive, Frankfurt, C underscore arrive, there is C underscore London, Los Angeles, C underscore arrive 4 Paris, C underscore arrive 5 Portland, C underscore arrive 6 San Francisco. So all the 10 cities it has captured. It has captured. Now LR param array random function C underscore array. So now please check out of this all the cities which value it is selecting. What is the value in A? Now I replay. The value in A is Sydney. Out of all the cities, it stores the Sydney. It copies Sydney. Okay. Now I replay. So now 1 is equal to 2. 1 is a variable. I copied. So why we are doing here 1 is equal to 2 means I am comparing whether the source and destination cities are different. So what is the value in 1? London. The value in 1 is London. The value in 2 is Sydney. The value in 2 is Sydney. The value in 2 is London. So, okay. Now, what happened? Source and destination cities are not same. So, it is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, it has to go to else. It has to go to else. The arrival city and the departure city are different. You can book a ticket. If I run, it won't execute this step. It will directly go here. See, correct? It is not executing this thing. It is directly going here. If I run this, it will display this message. See, the arrival city and the departure city are not same. You can book a flight ticket. It is displaying this message. Now, if I run this, Next step. Okay, it shows the flights. In from the source and destination, we have five flights. These are the five flights. Again, we have to select a random flight, one flight from them. So we have selected random flight. This is the random flight selected. Finally, the ticket was booked and signing off. Okay. Now go back to itinerary and check. So London to Sydney, Sydney to Paris. Two different flights tickets are booked. If I replay, okay. Zurich to Los Angeles to San Francisco. Okay. Yeah, actually, thank you. I have some work today, so logging off early.